It's 7:57 a.m. in the morning. I'm about to go to my math um, online studying platform communication application to acquire some knowledge, which I unfortunately previously already have because the American education system is quite the garbo. Um, yeah, I don't know. I had a really weird, wonky dream, but I forgot most of what happened. I'm not gonna do too much today. Took a shower yesterday, so I'm not gonna do one. I'm not gonna take a shower today. No. Yeah, whatever. College homework, TV shows, stuff, things. I mean, I wish I had more than that to do, but just like the last few hundred days, I have nothing to do. And I'm gonna join right now. Kinda sucks. I mean, there's a reason why this daylight savings thing exists in the USA, but goddamn. As someone who's not in the USA, following the USA schedule, this sucks. This sucks. Um, I feel
And Professor, you have me as well.
Matt, I have you.
Okay.
You got me as well. Who's talking to me?
I've been thinking if I want to go back to sleep or not after this one because this ends at around like 10:30. No, no. I'm tired and that's good, you know, so that I can go back to sleep. Um, earlier today, um, yeah. Um, Not much else to add, really. Not much else to add. I mean, I feel like I already talked a lot yesterday. Like Natalie and Grant's marriage. Oh, it's odd, though. It's odd. Knowing Natalie, right? She's either too busy to hang out with Grant all the time, or um, I don't know. I'm thinking too much. I don't care about her anymore. Just go away, Natalie. Just go away, Nat. Film class is over. It's 10:45. I'm just gonna have a little addendum because Nick texted me through Discord and said my Minecraft videos are boring, and that's undeniable. It's true. So lately I've been trying my really like just squeezing out my brain juices to try and figure out how to make my videos more interesting. By compressing the time, distorting the space, by having these like I really wish I'm delusional, you know, so that I can believe that whatever I'm doing is real. But I'm doing some lore thing in my videos, and I actually like the idea because if I do it hard enough, I'll believe it one day. Fake it till you make it. You know, fake having a girlfriend, and then you'll make it. um, or not, and then you'll make it, like till you make it. So unless I really do have a girlfriend, like until then, I'll have my fake one any day. Um, but yeah, my Minecraft videos, now I have a way to make my reviews more interesting. In fact, I'm working on it. But another kind of videos I make are raw, uncut, 1.5 hour long videos that are Minecraft videos and thoughts update. Now, Minecraft videos, I know how to make them more interesting, but I will have to know when I will say something important and put it into video, and then I'll cut it up, and and all the important moments are put together like a compilation, and that's basically each episode. And maybe I'm gonna put like soundtrack underneath. But thoughts update videos, I'm not planning on to making it. I'm not planning on making it into onto at to something interesting, because it comes from a personal place, and it's not meant for entertainment. It's meant for ranting, whining, etc., and thoughts expressioning in general. So yeah. All right, it's 11:26, March 24th. I did the film one quiz and I got a full mark. I didn't get full mark on the first one. I got one question wrong. And then I got a full mark. There are 2 attempts. They're really. I spent so many hours today just reading that chapter off of the film textbook, and it's so goddamn frustrating. Like, it's just so fucking boring. It's about acting. And damn, it's so boring. Holy shit. Um, yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, it's the quiz is so fucking easy. Um, and then there are 2 more videos I need to watch for my anthropology class on top of the 2 textbooks, which I haven't even completed. Fuck. Um, but yeah. Um, uh, and lectures, and apparently the videos are 1 hour long each, and it's 11:30. And I have to watch anime. I have to. It's on my schedule. And I'm already super tired today. And I have a math test next week, so I need to begin doing the math homework as well. Yeah, pretty lame. Natalie just spoke to me, which is kind of surprising. I thought she had forgotten about me. And honestly, I was a little upset. Like, the idea of her remembering me is a little upsetting, even though normally I would be happy. Especially if it's Mary, okay? If Mary, like, a year later, like, says my name, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god. And, like, Natalie just came out of nowhere, like, oh, are you interested in seeing my philosophy essay? I'm like, sure, it's probably 12 pages long or something, and I probably don't have time. But as much as I don't want to speak to her, not because I hate her, but because I want to maintain this alienation, um, I'm like, I just got real with her. I said, well, for a while, I didn't want to speak to you. And, she kept complaining, like, oh, my life is so boring. And I'm like, hold on, hold on, hold on. You're telling me that your life is boring. You're telling me. Do you know who you're speaking to? Do you have a single idea who you're speaking to? You're complaining to me that your life is boring. Man. Just, I don't know. Just lose your virginity already. Just have a life. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna finish my anthropology textbook right now. I'm gonna listen to some music, watch anime. I'm gonna go to bed as early as possible. As early as possible. And then, that's all. Tomorrow I'm going to try to wake up early as well, because I'm not going to do the anthropology quiz right now. I haven't watched the videos at all. I'm going to do it tomorrow right before it hits May 25th on the west coast of USA, which is right before 3 p.m. So I may start at around 2 p.m. immediately after lunch. Which I have to remind myself, because I may forget, but usually I don't. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sign it off. Culture Detective up in this motherfucker. Okay, it's okay. It's 1:17 p.m. on March 23rd, 5th. Fucking hell. Yeah, I and Natalie's conversation continued yesterday, We talked about several things. You know, it's like that every time because we don't talk often, you know. So every time we started talking, especially for me, I just blast her with information. That's what I do. I blast her with information. Other people blast her with other stuff. I blast her with information. Um, and yeah, it's I don't know, man. Um, I don't know, man. I really don't. Coincidentally, concurrently, Leo texted me asking if I want to have dinner tomorrow, aka today night, and I'm like, sure. And he's also asking Cedric, so this may happen. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be the next few days are gonna be pretty exciting in comparison with the last 20 something days or so, because we have the Leo dinner tonight. Hopefully, it's gonna happen, and then tomorrow I have the appointment with the short film guy, and then on Sunday, hopefully, I and Miriam and Zara will go out and hang out. Speaking of Miriam and Zara, there was some chatter in the group where they talked about where to go, and Zara's like, "Oh, let's go to your university," like speaking to Miriam, and Miriam's like, "Okay, yeah, sure." So we may go there. I don't know. We don't go to university. We go like university campuses are a district in and of themselves, you know. But yeah, essentially, that is that. Well, okay. Yeah, I have Oh, Leo's texting me. He's saying that Cedric will consider, so he may or may not join us. Yeah, Cedric's very busy. I get it. Yeah. I have the anthropology test very soon, so I'll do it and then I'll do a review and then edit it and then do some other homework and then that is all. I just finished the anthropology midterms, the first midterm exam, and I got full mark, 250 out of 250. There are 25 questions, 25 multiple choice questions, and each question worth 10 points. Oh my god, and they only give us 19 minutes. 19. But I finished it in 10 minutes, and originally I was a little scared about it, but honestly, most of the questions are pretty easy. There were some questions that are a little harder than expected, and I had to immediately go to the textbook and look it up. I don't know if it's open book actually, but yeah, I immediately went to the textbook and looked it up. But it was just a couple questions. Most of the questions are rather simple and straightforward, and yeah, yay. Also, apparently the mean for this quiz is 171.3, and the highest is 250, which is me. But there are probably some other people, but oh my god. Like, apparently it's quite difficult. In American standards, anyways. Um, and the lowest is 70. Um, wow. I'm glad I put in the work. Also, for my film quiz that I did yesterday, I got a full mark. I don't know if I've said this before, so I'll say it again. Though, it's really easy, though. And the mean is 36.8. 36.8. The lowest is 15. How do you manage to get 15? I don't know. Um, but yeah. So far, everything I've done in the film course is all full marks. Other than one quiz, I got one question wrong. So it's yeah. Time now is 7:16. Word came that Pink is coming, which is cool, but Cedric is not coming. He's a busy man. I know. Um, I'm in my streetwear right now. To be fair, it's like 24 degrees outside. I should wear less because it's hotter. Um, but yeah, either way, it's been a long time since I've had dinner with Leo and Pink. 2 months to be exact. Um, because last time was Pink's hot pot birthday party. But if it's just us three, it's actually been 1 year. Last time it's right before DSE, with the borscht noodles near Taiku. Um, and a little bit later, I think in June, mid-June, we had dinner with Nick as well in a Korean restaurant near Nick's place. Goddamn, my memory is so good. I hate myself. But yeah, too bad Cedric isn't coming because the last time I saw Cedric is December 31st. And it's been 3 months. And also, I'm going to, we're meeting up at, we're meeting up at the mall near my school, the mall. Trauma, I guess. All right, so it's 7:29. I'm still here. This is a little peculiar. I'm walking the exact same path I went to school. The same path I would use to go to school. I'm going to take the same bus. But here's the catch. It's nighttime and the sky is black. That's new. Also, I ran into my mom when I went to the elevator. Two months had gone by since I've looked at this view and it's slightly different now. Fuck, I'm here and Leo's over there, but you can't see him because he's small. The trauma, no. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12:40 after midnight. I have just taken a shower. Um, yeah, beans. Um, Unfortunately, Cedric didn't make it. I and Leo and Pink. No, I and Leo we meet first. It was around. It was right across the street. You saw that. You just saw that. Come on. Um, and we walked a little further. We met up with Pink, and then we eventually ended up in a small restaurant, really small, that serves Western food and not cheap stuff, like quite expensive stuff. But this is a special occasion. I'm gonna pay for it, so I got myself $148 um, beef tenderloin. I think it's um, with gnocchi, and I added $20 for a soup with a piece of toast, and then another $24 just for a cup of peach juice, which Pink recommended. So $192. I paid $200. And Leo bought something cheaper, Pink bought something expensive. We had the meal together. And it was fine. It wasn't great or anything, but it was fine, and it's pretty cool that we get to have lunch together uh, since a long time. Um, uh, yeah, when I saw Leo was also filming me with his phone, and he filmed me and put it up on his Instagram, and then Pink also sneakily took a picture of me, though I'm really aware of it and he knows I'm aware of it, and put it on Instagram on public, and not to close friends, like to everyone, which is a little bit weird. Um because usually when we go out and have dinner, nobody takes any photos or anything because we're all grown ass men and women. Except for me, if it's me and if it's socially acceptable to do so, I will take photos of everyone all the time. Um, so it's weird. Part of me thinks that it's because, um, like, they know how like lonely and unimportant and invisible I feel, so they're like, let's promote him, like promote his existence by putting him on our social media. Um, uh, which is a little awkward. They don't have to do it. That's something that I myself need to work for. But I thank them anyways, I guess. Um, and people would be seeing this and be like, wow, the guy is meeting friends. But truth be told, I don't do this often at all. In fact, I do this so little, so rarely. It's crazy. Okay, anyways, after the dinner, we walked all the way from there to a store called Dong Dong Donkey, which is a Japanese store, and it is inside the other mall on the other side of the school. So we actually passed by the school. Now, I took a video of it, but I'm debating with myself whether to put it on there or not because people might actually see it and know which school I'm from, and it wouldn't be a huge deal, but it's not a good idea because people can hack their way into the school and find out every single person's real names and real identities, which is something that I do not encourage at all. Even if that someone is someone that I dislike or hate, I do not wish doxing to be upon them. Um, but yeah, we passed by school and it was a very eerie moment. It was pitch black. It was dark. It was horrifying. Not scary horrifying, but sort of traumatic horrifying. Like so much stain and so much memory encased in the cement. It's actually kind of crazy. So, anyways, we went to the other mall. We went to Dong Dong Donkey, which is a huge Japanese store, a very dense and very decorated. I actually like that. It's huge. It's like half an IKEA basically. And there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, stationery, notebooks, plushies. There's food in there. You can buy food. There's all sorts of snacks, keychains, cup noodles, everything. You know, there's even one small section in that place where it's 18 plus, and there's sex toys in there. And me, Leo, and Pink, we went there for like a split second, and there were these eggs, and like it's fleshlight basically. I know this not because I opened it or anything, but there's a video on YouTube by the Anime Man where he like checks out different sex toys in Japan, and of course there's a batch of sex toys from Japan now in Hong Kong in Dongdong, which is pretty hilarious. But we quickly left because someone like Pink in a place like that is really awkward. A girl in there is already really weird, though. Sure, of course, it's fine. Yeah, we left immediately, and then that's pretty much it. We left, and we were about to walk back to where we come from, because Pink's like, oh hey, you know, we can actually get dessert, you know, eat sweet water, sweet soup. I don't know how to explain it. And it's all closed. The stores are all closed, almost. And we're like, well, screw it. So Leo left. I left on the bus. We talked a lot, and then that's it. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna go into detail of the conversation because everything I've said to them, I've basically said to everyone already on these thoughts update videos. You know, it's really not much. I mean, I'm playing Minecraft. I just did an anthropology quiz, a test, and got full marks. Pretty much that's just it. I mean, not much. Pink finally told Leo about Kingsley being very touchy, and Leo is very calm about it. And apparently, Kingsley will be playing kayaking with Pink and Leo and Edward on April 2nd, which is a little scary. And Leo doesn't know how to kayak, neither does Pink. So Kingsley and Pink are going to be on the same boat, literally, in the middle of the sea, which is a little scary. I hope Kingsley isn't into like NTR stuff or something. Yeah. Have we discussed about anything else? I mean, Pink's doing yoga, and she's really tired today. She wants to be fitter. And we talked about Jordana being fit because Jordana's known for being such a hard-on, being very braggadocious about having abs. You know, she takes photo of her abs and posts it on Instagram. Like, the balls you have to have in order to do that. The balls. But also the shame. We talked about Jordana and... But yeah, the conversation was interesting. I'm not going to go into details because I respect people's privacy. Okay? Yeah, we really didn't talk about much. I mean, again, at the lowest emotional points in March, I was like, next time I see people, next time I see human beings in real life, I'm gonna be so broken. Actually, that's not the case. I'm actually more friendlier than ever. I've never been this friendly towards people in my entire goddamn life. I've never talked so well. It's horrifying how well I talk. Like how open I am. Maybe it's because it's Pink and Leo and I really trust them. But oh my goodness, I have never been so non-awkward. Even the last time when I was like hanging out with the lion, who I don't know of at all. Like, I wasn't that awkward. Like, it was pretty much the opposite of what I imagined myself would be. You know, I thought it would be someone cold, broken, cynical. I mean, I am pretty, like, jealous of people who are enjoying their new lives, making friends, but, to be honest, I don't take that jealous, like, I don't take that personally anymore, you know? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Originally, I was going to watch Barry Lyndon tonight, which is 3 hours long. However, it's already about to be 1 a.m., which means that I have to sleep. Also, tomorrow I have a mathematics class. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some math homework as scheduled. Tomorrow, I'll watch Barry Lyndon. For tomorrow, I'll go to math class early in the morning. It's going to be very sleepy, it's going to be torturous. It can't be helped. Then, six hours. Well, then I'm going to edit a thoughts update video because originally tomorrow it's movie review, but I'm not going to watch a movie today. Thoughts update. Then I'll go out and meet with the short film guy and talk about my next short film. Then I'll come back. Then easy peasy. Sunday I'll go out again, hopefully. So, beans. It's 7:48. Yeah, I think it's the coffee ice cream, to be honest. I blame the coffee ice cream, but I couldn't fall asleep at all until 3:30 because at 3:30 I took 3 sleeping pills. Um, it makes me realize how powerful the coffee ice cream is because the caffeine literally lasted its effect for 9 hours and more, 9.5, which is really powerful. Way more powerful than I thought. So I should experiment maybe by trial and error where I see which time of day is the best time to eat anything coffee related. Um yeah. And it's different for milk tea because usually, especially back in the school days when I drink milk tea in the afternoon, I can still sleep. So milk tea probably has less caffeine content then. Anyways, I'm tired and I will go back to sleep. So I wouldn't, I'm not gonna film anything or do anything, whatever, after the math class. I'm gonna go back to sleep and sleep for 2 more hours. At 12:30, I'll have lunch until 1:30. 1:30, I will probably edit a thoughts update video and then I'm going to leave. That is all for today. Um, yeah. I'm blessed. I feel really blessed. Because yesterday I hung out with Leo and Pink, which is very nice. And I can immediately hang out with Zara and Miriam again within a few days, which is rare. Something like this is rare nowadays. Yeah, I also talked with Anthony yesterday. Um, of course, about Attack on Titan. What else do we talk about? No, we also talked about my own short films, and he's legitimately curious. Like, oh, how expensive is making a 3 minute long short film? Like, I never thought someone would be this curious, unless they're, like, obviously a film nerd. But he's not. And we also talked little bit about Hong Kong films. So there's that. So yeah, it's weird. I mean, Pink, yesterday I was talking with Pink and Leo, and Pink was like, at some point in the future, she's gonna go to Saigon to have seafood with Leo, Marty, and Adam, and then Edward and Kingsley, even though Edward and Kingsley aren't close with Adam and Marty. Um, and it's a really weird combo. And then I'm like, yeah, that's pretty weird. But my combinations are even weirder. Um, in a sense, I feel like a nomad because I don't necessarily belong to a friend group Like, I just jump here and there and here and there and here and there. And that's why I'm not invited anywhere, partially, because I just don't belong anywhere. I just go here and there and here and there. But wherever I go, people would, um, like, people would acknowledge my existence, like, for a period of time, and then they would forget about me. So, like, Potato Gang. Back then, there's a while where Potato Gang would suddenly invite me to Oliver's place, even though I'm not close with them. But I just jump from here to there to here to there, and then I would go to Leo's place and play mahjong with them, even though it's a totally different gang. And so now I'm hanging out with Leo and Pink, and they don't get along well with Natalie's gang. Natalie's with Tyrus, and then there's Potato Gang, who had forgotten about me. Um, but then there's Miriam and Zara. Miriam and Zara. Um, and then I'm speaking to Anthony, who's not even in the same class as I am for so many years. Like, it's so random and all over the place. But that's just kind of my thing. I'm kind of a nomad. That's basically what's going on. Yeah. I also wanted to buy a bag of sorts because if graduation dinner does happen, I don't want to be carrying that backpack. It would be a little embarrassing to have a very fancy, nice, beautiful suit and then have this fucking thing on the back. So I want to buy something like smaller, something that I can carry, like a purse, but more manly maybe, more stylish maybe, and just put stuff in there. So nothing all that crazy, you know. I'm gonna put my full volume of diary in there, though I don't think Mary would be jizzing over that or anything. That sounds weird. I don't think Mary would be. I don't think Mary would be that elated by it or anything. So maybe I'll bring half of all my diaries. But if I bring all my diaries there and she touched them all, then she will bless them all. Okay. I don't even know if that's gonna happen or not. I am daydreaming too much. But yeah. Also, yesterday, of course, there's a film club meeting, but I couldn't join because I have to wake up, and unfortunately, it has to be this way for the next few months or so. So yeah. Unfortunate news, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10:21 a.m. The short film guy's suddenly busy. And he told me that, well, I guess then we should meet next Wednesday, then. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and I'm gonna erase whatever I said. I'm not gonna rush my thoughts update video. I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still upload it, but I'm not gonna rush editing it. I'm gonna sleep more. I'm gonna just take a rest, man. I'm just gonna take a rest. Of course, I have math homework to do, and I have to hand in before Tuesday, before Wednesday. And yeah, that is all. Still looking forward to Zara and Miriam meetup on Sunday, which is going to be amazing. The 19th time I've ever hung out with former students, former classmates, post DSE. Yeah, well, that is all. I'm going to bed. Okay, so something just happened and I really don't fucking understand what the fuck is happening. So, in our math syllabus, we need to do these questions before exam 2. These problems, which is 5 days away, but I'm sure I can do all. Now, so I have to start from section 3.1, question 9. So, yesterday, I started doing my math problems on single line papers, section 3.1, question 9, where I have to solve these two questions, these two equations, these two simultaneous linear equations, and graphically solve it, and then answer if it is consistent and if it is independent or dependent. and say the solution, right? So today I returned to section 3.1. So this is the textbook in question. Section 3.1. Question. What? 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 So I'm like, okay, so probably I accidentally did, so I probably accidentally did 3.2. So let me check 3.2, question 9. So 3.2 exercise, question 9. Nope. This is not. No, this is. What? So, oh, maybe I accidentally did 3.3 then. Doesn't even have 3.3. Oh, it's from 3.1, basically. Okay. Then maybe I accidentally did 3.4. What? Okay, then maybe I accidentally did 3.5. No. Okay, then maybe I accidentally did 3.6. No. Okay, then maybe I accidentally did 3.7. No. Then maybe I accidentally did 3.8. Not even. So I'm like, okay, I remember that the question mentioned the word consistent, so I tried to search consistent. And I searched, I searched, I searched, I searched, I searched, I searched, I searched. I can't find the question. I completed a question that did not even exist on the textbook. Where did I even get this? Where the hell did I even get this question? Why did I do it? And I remembered very clearly that it's 3.1. What? Where? How? This is actually impossible. All right, time now is 11:56 p.m. I have just edited a Minecraft video that is short and pretty fun. But that also means I'm running out of time, because originally I wanted to watch Barry Lyndon, which is 3 hours long, but you know what? Screw that. Let's watch A Clockwork Orange instead, which is a little bit over 2 hours long. So still, I'm not going to be able to sleep until like 2:30. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Not much else. I did finish 2 sections in my math homework, and I don't know why did I do a question that did not exist. I still can't find out why. Maybe I'll find out in the future. Yeah, not much else to add, not much else to say. Explosions, hip hip hooray. Yeah. Again, I don't want to be disappointed. That's why I have no hope. Because with hope comes disappointment. So I don't hope, I don't expect that graduation dinner will happen. I don't anticipate it. I don't hope for it. But in case it happens, I would like a bag where it's not this hideous backpack. I don't know what kind of bag, to be honest. But yeah, whatever. I have amazing hair. It is 1:45 p.m. on not January. It's March 8th, 27th. Fuck. Shoot, time goes by really fast. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I just had a very spicy breakfast slash lunch. I slept a lot, like a lot. You know, I woke up at around 10:30 because I set an alarm, and then I slept back, and then I woke up again at around 12. So yeah. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna do too much today. Again, just the usual college homework. I'm gonna play Minecraft. I'm gonna film and edit a movie review. I'm gonna do this, that, this, that, this, that. Um, watch a movie, watch a couple of Narcos. Actually, I don't know if I have enough time to do all that, so I'll try my best. Tomorrow, let's see what happens. We'll see. Excited for tomorrow. Really excited. Um, it's weird because earlier, like 3 months ago, Zara said it would be awkward if it's just me, Miriam, and Zara. So she brought the line. So maybe she will do that again tomorrow. Who knows? But either way, I'm fine. Um, yeah, nothing else. Um, nothing else. Um, um, I will trim my facial hair, I guess. Um, um, People are busy, like really, really busy. Like even for people like Pink, like now that she's doing yoga, she had to attend yoga classes, and then she has like meetings with people. I'm probably the freest person in the world right now, alongside with Tom, because he's studying in the University of Toronto in Hong Kong, and I'm studying in a college in Los Angeles in Hong Kong. Like, and Nick too, because Nick is not studying. Like anyone who's not studying in a university in Hong Kong is bound to be free. You know, Russell is probably pretty free now that he's in like Queensland or something. I don't know if he's in Queensland or not, or if he's still in Hong Kong. I think he's still in Hong Kong. Um, yeah, it's 10:41 p.m. Um, yeah, still looking forward to tomorrow, I guess. Not much else. Marty and Tom and Grant decided to hang out together. Again, Grant. Even though I always refer to Bean Gang and Potato Gang as separate gangs, but really there have been strange overlappings. I mean, the most obvious one is Edward overlapping to Onion Gang with Russell, and at the same time, Edward and Topher are friends, and Topher's kind of with the Bean Gang now. Or well, there are no gangs now. I mean, we're all separated, but Edward, Kingsley, Topher, and Marty together, and then now Marty with Grant, and of course, I'm not involved in any of that. Yeah, that's that. I mean, again, I don't care anymore. But I wish they would stop caring as well. But that's not really up to me. But still, I'm happy that tomorrow is happening. Um, um, yeah, Miriam also posted an Instagram post saying first post since DSE, which is a while, like 8 months. And I'm like, well, I haven't posted anything for a year and 3 months too. And I actually archived like 75% of all my Instagram posts, especially in my public account, because am actually planning on polishing my Instagram account, meaning that each post must be an artwork. You know, think of my Instagram account as instead of an account that pump out posts where I take photos and put them there, think of it as an artist's discography or a director's filmography. Every single post matters, and I need to polish it up. So I'm gonna do that. Um, yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna do much else. It's rather been a very free day. Um, I am going to I'm doing right now. I'm actually doing math homework, which is extremely easy. But there's a lot to do. Even though it's easy, it's still a lot, so it's taking time. and it's not that interesting or anything. And at the same time, I'm waiting on my iron farm in Minecraft. Looking pretty cool. Looking pretty fine. And yeah, I'm gonna watch a movie and then that's it. I don't know. When I was having dinner, I wasn't in a particularly great mood. I think partially it's because of just how politically messed up the world is. Um like I was just looking at the news. I mean, we played the news during dinner, and first of all, like 6-4 is happening again in Myanmar this time, and it's terrible seeing people being gunned down by the military. It's horrible, and I wish I could say more about this. And then there's this whole cotton thing, which is baffling, right? So there is video evidence and tons of people who have spoken up saying that there has been concentration camps in Xinjiang, and it's very obvious. Now, I've never been there, and to be fair, it's not like if the Chinese government were to build a concentration camp, they would not build it somewhere where tourists can see. So even if someone goes there, they probably wouldn't see it. But there's a lot of video evidence. There's a lot of people who had witnessed it, and it's very much true. And people, brands like H&M, Nike, they're all saying, you know what, we're gonna stop buying cotton from Xinjiang because uh, obviously the Chinese government is forcing these innocent Muslim people to pick cotton for them, or at least work on machines and be in factories and work in this cotton industry and living a very harsh life. And people in China, they're like very like angry about this, saying that that brands are spreading misinformation about China, and they're burning like Nike shoes and H&M clothes and jackets. It's ridiculous, right? Like imagine that the PC culture basically leans towards pro genocide. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. And my dad saw the news and he's like, "Yep, I'm not gonna wear any Nike anymore. I don't support them anymore." Like, imagine being this blind. Imagine being this blind. And my dad's argument is, the West has messed with China enough. Um, First of all, this has nothing to do with the average citizens of China disliking one's government is so different from disliking one's people, like a country's people. Second of all, imagine prioritizing cotton over human rights. Even if this whole concentration camp thing is overly exaggerated, this doesn't mean that we should buy cotton at the expense of innocent lives. It's ridiculous to prioritize this over human rights, over basic human rights. It's baffling, and there are a lot of celebrities, a lot of mainstream celebrities that come out and say they've cut their contract with H&M and Nike and all that, and all the other brands, you know, Chanel and Louis Vuitton, and it's just ridiculous. And the news in TVB, Hong Kong's biggest TV channel, they pump out the most biased bullshit news. Like they every single day they just have to find something terrible happening in the USA and report it. Now, of course, USA has a lot of terrible shit going for it, you know, the Asian hate and all that. But today they decided to report about how American potatoes are getting more and more spoiled because of climate change. do have nothing better to say. Yeah, and there's this huge segment about like one of the Chinese ambassadors in, I think, Canada, doing an interview with Chinese people and saying that people are exaggerating the whole concentration camp thing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to even see people who would rather support a totalitarian regime and genocide just because of nationalism. And there are even people in Hong Kong. Duh. We're Hong Kongers, okay? Imagine, okay, even if you think that Hong Kong is part of China, if it's Parisians versus the rest of France and you're from Paris, like, it would make sense for you to also side in Paris. This is absolutely stupid. It's beyond my understanding. It's 9:40 a.m. in the morning on March 28th. I just woke up. And not in a good way. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's something fundamentally wrong with me, but I just can't fall asleep. Again, I mean, I can, but it took me so long. Like, I couldn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. So I slept for about, what? 5.5 hours? No, actually 4.5. No wait, 4 a.m. to 9:30. Actually, I woke up a little earlier than that, like 9:15. So yeah, about 5 hours. It's really not cool, you know? Really not cool. Anyways, I decided to wake up this early because I have some stuff to do before I go out and meet Miriam and Zara, and they still haven't told me when and where are we going to meet, but I expect they will. Hopefully they won't cancel it right at the last minute. I think that would be very disappointing. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, I'm gonna eat breakfast, do some review action, edit a video, edit action, and I'm gonna go out, and it's gonna be very interesting and exciting. And then I think I'll go home for dinner, if nothing goes wrong. And that's it for today, really. I've been thinking lately, how should I start not doing these thoughts update videos, because I realize that they are too much and they are it's better if I have less dense schedule, a thinner schedule. So I want to do fewer thoughts update videos, given that not much is happening every week, but yet every single day I'm still pointing a phone at myself, talking about my own thoughts. I think it would be better if I do one of these every 3 days or so. Yeah, unless something really crazy happens. So time now is a little later than 1 p.m. and I'm a little late. Originally I would be perfectly in time, but yeah. That stupid raw egg yolk. It's the raw egg yolk every fucking time. Also, I'm sporting Nike shoes because whoever's trying to condemn them for being against genocide is fucking stupid. This is where I could have been. Hong Kong Baptist University. So Zara and Miriam are going to the bathroom, and I'm just here. They're both doing their work respectively. It's been really quiet, but also pretty relaxing. The wind is pretty nice, and I'm doing my film treatment homework. The deadline is Tuesday. Actually, the deadline is tomorrow night, but technically Tuesday morning. And yeah, I think I'll be going back home for dinner. I won't be staying too long. And it's been a nice day. It's been a nice day. I wouldn't say today is the best day of the year. I wouldn't say today is one of the best days of the year. But it's still pretty enjoyable. Had fun. Hip hip hooray. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving. It's 7:30. It's been a very boring 4 hours where I just sit down and do nothing. Well, there's not much I can do nowadays. This is the new life. Alright, time now is 11:22 p.m. on March 28th. Yes, I've gone back home, and quite the odd. I don't know what's wrong, but usually when things happen the second time, it's usually a little disappointing and nowhere near as good and as memorable as the first time. For instance, the protest that I went on with Cedric and Tyrus on August 18th, 2019, that was one of the most memorable days of the past 2 years. And then the next time we did it, it became the worst day of 2020. And then last month we went to Chunwan with Zara, Miriam, and the Lion, and it's a very fantastic trip, easily the best day of the year so far. And then me, Zara, Miriam, we meet up today again, which is fantastic. I'm really happy about it, but it's just kind of disappointing. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. So basically, I was late by about 20 minutes, of course. I'm always late. When I arrived there, I almost... Okay, look, man. A lot of girls have the same hairstyle nowadays. Dyed hair, long, about right here, thin glasses. And I thought it was Miriam. And I walked up to her, and it was just a random stranger. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, sorry. You know, I recognized wrong. So later I found a real Miriam with Zara, and we just left. And Yeah, the weather is so hot and humid, way more hot and humid than expected. We then went to, we walked all the way to a restaurant inside the campus. Um, and we had lunch there. It was a Western food, and originally I was like, okay, because my mom would also be making Western food tonight, except she actually didn't. But she told me that beforehand, and I thought I would be having Western food. So, yeah, at the end I sat down. I ate a $74 burger with fries, with milk tea as well, which is great. And we just chatted. And at first we didn't chat much, but soon we chatted and chatted, and I sort of went over my own head again, because I don't talk to people often. So whenever I talk, I speak more than I should. And yeah, we keep talking, and I can't talk about the future. I can't talk about what's going on right now to me because I don't have. 2 years ago, I said I don't have a future. Now, I have nothing to talk about because I didn't have a future. That's why I don't have anything now to talk about. So all I talked about is the past, and at some point, I talked about Bernice again, and Miriam and Bernice, they're friends, and I respect that, and I respect Bernice as a person. I don't hate her, not anymore. But I got ahead of myself, and I talked a lot about how um, Bernice and I started the war, and how Jeffrey joined in, and how crazy the whole thing is. And at some point, Miriam just stopped me. She's like, just stop. And she wasn't like mean or anything. She's like, yeah, just stop. I and Bernice were close, and this is getting awkward. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then we just went quiet. But it didn't really become a problem afterwards. It was around 3:45. We walked to somewhere near. Again, it's a campus, but it's split into two parts. There's the old part and there's the new part. So we went to the old part, and we originally wanted to go into the self-study room, but it was closed. So we went to the one of the outdoor seats. It was like just a very empty spot, and we just sat there for like 4 hours. And Miriam took out her tablet, Zara took out her tablet, they put on earphones, and they did their work. Zara with her engineering homework, and Miriam with her English coursework. And I'm just sitting there like, shoot, I didn't bring anything. Actually, in the morning, I was like packing, and I was like, okay, should I bring something there? But I thought, you know what, we'll just be talking. But no, I was wrong. So I just sat there for 4 hours. Um, Actually, tomorrow night I have to hand in a film treatment. So I did the film treatment, but I can do it tomorrow anyways. Um, but yeah, I did some of that, and then afterwards I'm done with all my homework, except for maths, of course, which I'm going to do now. But it was just incredibly boring. Incredibly. Like, I just sat there, I had nothing to do, they weren't talking, and I can't blame them. They're busy, they got a lot of work to do. It's actually my fault for not bringing anything there. But it was just incredibly boring. It was exhausting. It was extremely quiet as well. Occasionally, we take breaks. Like they would put down their earphones, and we would joke around a little bit. We even took some photos, which is nice. But yeah, in general, it was pretty damn boring. But they're both really nice about it. And when we talked, we talked about like a few things. Yasmin contracted coronavirus apparently. In Hong Kong, it is rare for a person, especially a teenager, to contract coronavirus, but Yasmin did it, and of course, she didn't do it in Hong Kong. She contracted the virus in the UK. Um, but yeah, we talked about stuff. Of course, we talked about the past. We talked about Leo, Natalie, Jordana, Mary. I talked a lot about Mary at first. Like, I talked about how Mary already has a boyfriend and stuff and stuff and stuff, and how I've already moved on and stuff. And at some point, Zara was talking about the 9 personality types and how she thinks she is number 6, and so am I. And yeah, some interesting conversations left and right. We also joked around, and that's just it. I realized that as far as topics go, we don't have much else to talk about other than the past, because that's the only thing in common between us. I'm in a college in USA. Zara is a Hong Kong U. Miriam is in Baptist U. We're all in different worlds right now. The only thing that connects us is the past. There's nothing else to talk about. We can talk about our new lives, but no one would be interested because it's basically homework and homework and homework. So it just became a little sad and depressing, really. Um, but yeah, it was still a good day. It's still a cool day. I still had fun. I'm still really happy uh, that I could have lunch with them. And Miriam even made an Instagram story tagging me. I was about to tag them, but every time I tag someone, I think to myself, what kind of reaction will people give when they see this? You know, because me having lunch with Miriam, that's people in general would never see that coming. But yeah, it came, and I didn't tag them at the end. I just at nothing, at blank. And I didn't even tag the location. I mean, I tagged the location, but the location is end of my life. Last time I had a dinner with Leo and Pink, the location was I hate myself. The last time I had I had lunch with Lion in Chunwan, I tagged Minecraft the Nether. Truly a genius. Okay, came back home. It was already really late, 8:30. Took a shower, had dinner. Apparently, dinner isn't Western food or anything. Kind of lame. Didn't eat much, and I was feeling a little just tired and exhausted, and not. I don't feel hungry. Um, so, anyways, fast forward to now. Finish editing a movie review. I promised myself. Okay, here's the thing. Attack on Titan final season, last episode. Well, part one, anyways, is going to be playing on the NHK General at 11:10 p.m. in Hong Kong time. So, midnight 12:10 on Japan time. And I really want to film the intro for my Attack on Titan review, where I like sing along to the opening sequence. So I timed it exactly right. I went to the TV. I opened NHK General, which I can access magically, and I was gonna do my thing, you know, just singing along and filming the TV and then film myself. I even rehearsed it. When the real thing came, I locked. I don't know how, but I swiped the screen continuously. It it didn't flip. It stayed at the front camera. It didn't go to the rear camera. I fucked up, and this is my last chance because it's the last episode. So fuck that. But yeah, it's not like I have. It's not like I didn't try this before. I also tried this, but the one before is also like not as successful. Yeah, that's all really. I'm gonna do some math homework now. Hopefully, I can finish 3 sections. Afterwards, I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan. Duh. And tomorrow it's gonna be not much as well. Tomorrow, I mean, yeah, not much, not at all, nothing, no. Um, yeah, not much, not much, not much, not much. I figured out what kind of bag I want to carry if graduation dinner happens again. Again, I don't want to put my hopes up. Okay. I don't want to think about it too much because the more I think about it, the more chances I will be disappointed. But if it does happen, I have my fancy suit, but I'm not going to carry this stupid thing. I did my research and I think a handbag is great. And I'm not going to carry it like this, I'm going to carry it like a suitcase, but it's a handbag. Why would I bring a suitcase to a dinner party? A handbag would be nice, a fancy handbag. Of course, that comes along with money, but I can borrow a handbag. Yeah, that is all. That is all. I think Miriam, was it Miriam, also thought that I looked a little different. Was it Miriam or Zara? One of them said I looked a little different. Um, Maybe it's because I looked fatter. I don't know. Hopefully so. Yeah, that's all. Time now is 12:35 on March 29th. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't sleep. I mean, a couple days ago, like 2 days ago, I only slept for like 5 hours. I'm supposed to feel tired, but I couldn't sleep until 6 a.m. Okay, to be fair, I went to bed pretty late, unintentionally. Like, not unintentionally, but like I just didn't have the time. So I went to bed pretty late at around 4, but I just can't fall asleep. And I was thinking maybe it's because of the milk tea that I drank earlier yesterday during lunch, but that's lunch. How does milk tea have such strong effect? I couldn't fall asleep until about 15 hours after the milk tea. 15 hours. But I was determined to not take any melatonin because I don't want to rely on melatonin. A, B, I don't want to waste melatonin. There will be times where I have to use it even more, and I'm beginning to run out of them. So I just waited, and then I did eventually fall asleep at around 6 something. And then my alarm went off at around 10:30, and yeah, I only slept for 4 hours. And so I turned off the alarm, I tried to go back to bed, and I couldn't fall asleep again. But it was still cozy, like just laying down is just cozy. So I just waited on my bed for like about 1.5 more hours, and now I'm here. So yeah, basically SDP Part 2, Sleep Deprivation Project Part 2. Except I don't feel tired right now for some reason. I don't know why. Like I don't feel extremely tired. But yeah, I don't know, man. I have a lot to do today, though. I have to edit a Minecraft video and then watch Crazy Rich Asians, edit the review for Crazy Rich Asians, and then I need to watch the last 3 episodes of Attack on Titan, and then I need to oh yeah, on top of that, I have college homework, the film treatment. I have to finish it, and math homework. I have to do that, and that's it. That's it, and that's enough for today, really. Tomorrow is also going to be a lot of work. I'm going to have to complete all the math homework. And I'm going to I have the Attack on Titan review to edit tomorrow, to film and edit tomorrow, which is going to be huge because this video is going to be super long. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all. It's 4:11 p.m. I just want to say something real quick. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh yeah, first of all, I'm wearing short sleeve clothes right now because it's getting too hot, and yeah. Second of all, I don't know what's going on with me. Like lately, actually, it's been a problem for over a year already, but for a while in February, and in January, it's not that much of a problem, but now the problem has resurfaced, and that is I can't sleep in peace. I can't sleep. I go to bed and I won't be able to fall asleep from time to time. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's some milk tea, but it's weird because back in the good old school days, I would drink milk tea during lunch, like twice or thrice a week, and it's fine. You know, I won't have any difficulty falling asleep, but nowadays I do. I don't know why. And even without milk tea or drinking coffee or eating anything coffee related or anything, like I still can't sleep sometimes. I have insomnia problems. Um and now this is coupled with the fact that starting from a couple days ago, I just don't have any appetite. I just feel like I lost interest in eating food. I am not hungry anymore. I'm not interested in eating. It's just so boring. It's so bland, you know? Like, I try my best to make my own food if I can, but um, not much nowadays, and it's just getting really boring, and I'm getting sick and tired of eating food sometimes. It's fine, a little fine yesterday because I was with Zara and Miriam, so I'm not even focusing on that. I have something else to focus on other than food. But usually, I, I I'm not interested in eating food. I'm just not interested. Also, um, I've been feeling this way for well over like a year now, and actually, yeah, a year, and I've said this many times, but I feel like I'm not living. Like 2 years ago, I said I wouldn't have a future, and then now I don't have a present. it it's real. Like usually people would go, well, I'm not gonna have a future. I don't have a future. It's all hopeless. And then a few years later, it's a different story. But I was right. 2 years ago, I said I have no future, and now I have no present. I I feel like I don't exist. Like I'm just doing the same few things over and over again every single day, and it's getting me nowhere. I'm not productive at all. I'm not doing anything important. I'm not enjoying anything about life other than the few times I meet up with people like Leo and Pink and Zara and Miriam. Um, but yeah, I just I seldom enjoy life. I I don't enjoy life nowadays. Like it's been a long time since I've actually enjoyed living. Um, Also, I feel like there's something political about this. I feel like ever since last year, I mean, there has always been this impending doom where one day a totalitarian regime is going to annex my home and brainwash everyone, and I'm going to be forever locked and trapped. Um, and There's going to be war, there's going to be terror, and there's going to be a lot of hatred. There's going to be a lot of polarization, and I will be caught up in between, and I wouldn't know what to do. And I mean, naturally, I'm on Hong Konger's side, of course. But that being said, I still do see a lot of flaws in the American culture and lifestyle, just as much as I see a lot of flaws in the Chinese government and the Chinese culture and lifestyle. I feel like I'm caught between a rock and hard place, and I really don't feel safe. I really don't. I mean, I have tons of things to complain. You know, if you want to ask me how's life and ask me to be honest, I would rant for hours upon hours upon hours, all the way from how difficult it is for me to gain weight, to marry, to short films being frustrating, to how boring my college life is, to how empty my social life is at the same time. Again, back to Miriam and Zara, hanging out with them yesterday. It's great. But, um, yeah, there's not much we can talk about anymore because whatever's said is said. And at some point, we just live different lives. And Miriam and Zara, they both study in universities in Hong Kong, so they're very busy, like busy all the time. I'm not. I feel like I'm an alien. I don't fit in anymore. I feel marginalized. Um, and Yeah, there's just something really just depressing and hopeless about the world that I'm living in right now. I don't understand how some people really enjoy their lives. Like the reality that I'm living in right now is just um, very bland, and I don't feel it's again. I've said this many times. Like I feel down nowadays, but not the kind of down that I used to feel during the school days. The kind of sadness that I used to experience during the school days are almost dreamy and and kind of thrilling, like in a dark way. But nowadays it's just very bland and real and concrete, to a point where it's not even like worth dealing with. So yeah, um, that ends my statement. I'm gonna do a little college homework and watch a movie. So it's 11:36 p.m. on March 29th. I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I don't know what to say. Um, yeah. Um, there is no future. There is no future. There is no future. Unless I do something that pushes me forward, I guess. I can't even shape what kind of future I'm going for. When I talk about future, I don't know what I'm exactly referring to. I don't know exactly what I'm expecting, but I'm expecting a life. And what how do I define a life? I mean, not just living and surviving, but more so I'm talking about having network of friends, having events, whether it be ups or downs, and these events being connected to the people around you, and you slowly work towards your goal. The life I'm referring to is a bit of a narrative. Um, Instead of just existing and just staying there. Um, I'm honestly a little bit afraid that it's never going to happen. I mean, in the future, maybe I'll meet a lot of friends. Maybe. Who knows, man? And maybe in the future, there will be a lot of ups and downs instead of only downs. But maybe that will not live up to the life I had back in the school days, because it's just so much more fantastical and so much more mythological. That's a weird word, but it makes sense during the school days. Not much else. Marty and Grant are friends now. Since when? I mean, to be fair, they're both from E class, but I assume people grow apart, right? Um, yeah, and by both from E class, I mean 3E. But yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna talk too much. Actually, I'm gonna do uh, math homework. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan, and tomorrow I have a huge review to edit, and on Wednesday I'll have a meeting with the short film guy, and hopefully I can finish whatever I set out to finish. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, this is one of the worst things about my life. And that is how when I finally have it, it already doesn't matter. When I finally get it, it doesn't even matter. Like in the school days, I was always delayed, Like when it was all about competition back then, um, I was like working really hard on that, you know, during forms 1 and 2, and then s- suddenly, the trend is not competition, but it's socializing, and I didn't even notice that until like Form 5. And at around Form 6, I finally started socializing with people. And then school just ends. I just started. And now I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna make movies. And it's gonna finally put me out there on the map of worthiness of existence to fulfill my identity and make my existence worthwhile. What if it doesn't even matter at the end? What if life is even like the truth about life is even more different from that. I can't imagine how. It's like trying to imagine the fourth dimension, or the fifth, really. Um, it's but what I can see now, I'm gonna work towards this goal, and once I complete it, if I do complete it, I better be happy, because if the world reveals itself to be different than I think it is, I'm gonna be so corrupted and broken of a man, basically. Yeah, bit of a philosophical moment.